Hey Aries, happy February. For you, for this month, I grabbed my Sophia Rito Lenormand. It's this really cute deck. It feels a lot like spring, even though we're right in the middle of winter. And I just wanted to lay down some cards to get sort of a general feeling for the month or things that you can focus on. And basically just look at the ways to ensure sort of the most successful February. When I sit around and do these, I don't do anything that's predictive or anything that focuses on something that's super specific since it wouldn't apply to a collective, but it's more about the actions you can personally take to ensure the most success during the month. So I'm just going to shuffle, and the first thing I'm going to do here is throw down a central card for the theme for the month. Let's see what we have. And then the other benefit to this month too is the Mercury retrograde cycle that we're currently in will finally be coming to an end. So things, if communication has felt wonky lately or if there's been anything sort of strange going on, you'll be able to move through that. Now, what shows up right here in the center is the ring. The ring is a card of commitments. It's what you're loyal to. It's the things that you focus on or the things in your life that you're currently committed to. And what you can see here with the three cards, this is sort of the whole general gist of the reading specifically. With the house, the ring, and the garden, that's just being a commitment to either your home or a commitment to doing things out in the community that continue to make you feel secure and safe with the home here. And what's nice about this is it looks like you're already focused on success. Whenever we see the sun card, that's always something that's focused exclusively on positive movement or success or happiness. So basically with the two different lines that we have here, the house, the ring, and the garden, this is work that's being done maybe out on like an online community or an online network, especially if you're doing that work from the home, or it could even imply work that you actually do out away from the home in general. Regardless, it's whatever you're committed to. When you look at it right now, your focus here is on overall success. And what you're currently manifesting here is, it looks like some happy times. This dude's just sort of singing a song. You could actually be doing something with music, I mean, when this comes out. But let's see what else we have here. Now, the way I kind of like to look at this in general is there may have been some issues with some of your commitments or things that you used to do which came to an end and you really can't focus on them as much more as you used to. And this definitely looks like it could have been something online for some of you with the stars and the garden. Whenever you see the two of those together, that typically implies like social media or online networks and online communities. Maybe something came to an end. Maybe that made you feel a little less secure with finances or in your home in general. You just didn't feel like you had everything going for you the same way it did before. However, you could honestly right now be thinking, maybe success isn't in my future. Maybe I still can't get to where I want. When you see the coffin, the sun, and the clouds, that sort of feeling like success just isn't within reach anymore. And it could have had to have done with this going away down here. And it's leaving you over here in the clouds. The clouds aren't anything disastrous. That just typically implies something that's a little bit confusing, or you feel a little bit uncertain, or you're not exactly sure what your next step is. But the positive part here is, even though you're going through these struggles right up here, you're already manifesting something that's even much better for you. You have the stars, the person, which will say this person is you, and the ship. This is looking for maybe like a new journey or a new voyage that you want to go on. And this also involves this same community. So maybe you're able to take everything that you were doing before and repurpose it into something that's better, into something that's new, something that will help you cross this little bridge that we see in this garden over here and get back to where you want to be, where you can focus exclusively on your success. Because it's only these past challenges over here where things didn't exactly go as planned that's creating this little bit of confusion over here. But the nice thing about clouds is, no matter the scenario, the clouds will always clear. There'll always be sunny days. As you can see with this ship card here, it's voyaging into better days. The clouds have already cleared over here. There's clear skies. It's beautiful outside. And you're still working in the same online community. So even if you do work in a regular situation where you're out and about in the physical world and away from online, if things haven't gone well, just know they're going to improve for you. Know, as long as you stay committed to everything that you feel will bring you success, ultimately you'll get to where you want to be. And we can also look at the diagonals in here too. They tell most of the same story. With the stars, the ring, and the clouds, that's a commitment to whatever these plans are, or your goals, your aspirations. And you might feel a little bit uncertain with the commitments due to some of this, well, the coffin in the house, the past stuff that was a little bit difficult. But then we also have the coffin, the ring, and the ship. All of these are more internal thought processes that could be going on with you. You know, confusion on what's to do next, and then the end of maybe a prior commitment. Maybe it made you feel like your ship is stuck and you can't exactly go to where you want to go going forward, but ultimately you can. Because when you look at this here, you have the sun, the clouds, and the garden. You know, you were flying into success before. It felt like that particular aspect went away. And right now you're just going to be going through the clouds a little bit this month, but ultimately you emerge in a better place and you're able to take a new journey and get yourself completely back on track. And then with the man, the ship, and the garden here too, this is also somebody who's on a voyage, getting themselves re-immersed back into the same online community that they were a part of before. Or maybe you're finding a new community to get involved in where you can still do the same type of work. And then we have the house, the stars, and the man. This implies that you can possibly do some of this work from home specifically, and this is more for the folks that do a little bit of work online. Even if you don't do work online, there might be something that pops up for you during the month that sort of helps you jump into that. Maybe it's just something that you pick up on the side. Maybe it's something that helps to boost your security over here so there's no more concerns about that. So something to keep your eye out for. And then here, of course, we have the house, the coffin, and the sun. I guess I should have started over here. That sort of implies some of these past influences, or maybe something hit you that made you feel a little bit less secure than you'd like to. But ultimately, when you look at the whole thing, when you see the sun, the garden, the man, and the house, that's the sun shining on this network. You're over here singing and dancing because you're happy and you're feeling secure in your home. And anything that shows here in the middle is really stuff that's ultimately under your control. It's stuff that you can change just by changing your actions or changing your outlook, the way you see the situation. But ultimately, the overall gist is this, is if something came to an end and it kind of left you feeling like you really don't know what your next move is, just know that there's new positives coming your way. There's sunny days coming. There's a nice voyage coming as well. And you may be able to get yourself back into that same line of work that you were in before and help to clear these clouds.